at you, man. You are not changing. You are the same dude today that you were last time. So, what was last time? You know, part of being American is there's this promise, there's this optimism that you can change. And when you go to a movie, Hollywood movies are all about these characters who go through this amazing change. Luke Skywalker, man, he was just this little guy on some sandy little desert planet, and he turns into a Jedi, man. So I want to be like that, man. I want to change. I'm trying to change. The other day I decided you need to be a nice guy. You need to be nice. You need to be relaxed. You need to be considerate of others. And so I was driving to work. I'm not going to get involved in any road rage. And I was nice for like 12 minutes. I get out of my car at work, and I'm exhausted, man. It took a lot out of me to be nice. Just to suppress my inner jackass required so much energy. And I realized after a few days of being nice that being nice was like a job. No, not just any job. It was like a crappy job that I didn't want anymore. So being nice didn't work. For those of you who look at this channel, I have an obsessive personality. I tend to love watches quite a bit. Don't do that. Don't do that. And one of the changes I've been trying to make is buying fewer watches. And I guess I have. I don't know. I guess I have. I mean, my collection's in single digits. But I notice that when I suppress my appetite for one thing, it just diverts to another. So succeeding in not buying as many watches or any kind of consumer thing, I notice I'm eating more food. I'm eating more calories. I'm getting fat. And my watches the bracelets are digging into my wrist, and I'm worried I'm going to get gangrene, and I'm going to have to have my wrist amputated. Then because I love watches so much, I'll have to wear them on my ankles, which means in order for me to see them, I'll have to wear cargo shorts all year round. I'm finding change really difficult. Did I just talk about getting fat? Here's another change I tried to make. Complete fiasco. I tried to eat less sugar, so I started eating less desserts. Fewer desserts. Less desserts? Fewer? I don't know. So I cut back on desserts, and what happens? I just start eating more pretzels, more popcorn, more hummus. In fact, since I quit eating desserts, my calorie consumption's gone up. I've gotten fatter. Screw you and your attempts at change. Here's another thing. You shouldn't be on the internet a lot. The internet is a drug. You shouldn't rely on, your self-esteem shouldn't rely on social media feedback and comments and likes. It's disgusting. So I tried to make some changes. I cut back on the internet, going on my computer, and I went into my room and I just started reading books, and I found myself really anxious. It was like, am I still alive in my room with my book, disconnected from all my social media people? I mean, I felt like I was dead. I felt like because I was not a presence on the internet, on the social media, that I had died. And this anxiety manifests in hunger. I went into the kitchen, ate a bunch of food. This has been going on. And my face got fatter. So now when I make YouTube videos, I don't look as good. Damn it. Here's another change I'm trying to make. Complete failure. I want to be less vain. I'm tired of measuring my personality on how I look. It's disgusting. So I've been trying to cultivate my substance. And I succeeded for a little while, but then what I realized is, as I was becoming less vain, I started congratulating myself for it. Which, of course, is just another form of vanity. Complete failure. I am so disgusted with this. Sometimes I do drastic things to try to change. Let me tell you something I did 5-6 years ago. I had children. I had children, man. Because a lot of guys I talked to who are fathers, they told me, when you have kids, oh my God, it's a miracle. You just become born again. You change so much. My friends, I'm the same guy that I was before I had kids. There's only one change. My sleep at night, I've lost 2 hours. I've lost 2 hours of sleep a night, which, according to what I've read, means that I'm going to die about 10 years earlier, which means I'm going to die probably in my 70s rather than my 80s. And I'm trying to look at the bright side of this. You know, living between your 70s and 80s, isn't that kind of like those good TV shows that ran out of gas and they kept going on the air for too many seasons? You know, they jumped the shark. Maybe between your 70s and your 80s, you've jumped the shark. Maybe you're like a season of Modern Family where all the episodes start looking the same. So maybe I shouldn't complain about having lost 10 years of my life. What a sacrifice for having children. I'm always trying to change. The other thing is I want to be less pessimistic. I think that would be really nice to be just less pessimistic. And so what I've read is I should smile more and I should say positive things. And so I tried doing this for a while. And you know what I discovered? I really missed being pissed off. God, I discovered that being pissed off is sort of a drug. It feels kind of good to be pissed off. So I failed, man, and I tried to change this dude inside of me, but the dude's not going away, man. He is here to stay. And until next time, I am out.